So this is the results recap. You're basically having the main points here, and it's not a spam, like, because you guys are. It's not a spam. Yeah, and yeah, enjoy. It's like, yeah, and subscribe. Here we go.
Recap of aces. RECAT of aces and eights attack. My TNA and Taz recap Hogan and Sting getting attacked last week and ask who these guys are and what they want. They show pics of Hogan's surgery from this past week. Neither Sting nor Hogan is here tonight. Copy NING video package and pyro. We are live from Orlando. It's open fight night and the Bound for Glory series continues. Storm is back at number 1, followed by Joe and Angle. James Storm's music hits, and he makes his way to the ring. Storm addresses the new world champion and congratulates Austin Aries. He says he's number 1 in the BFG series and on the fast track for a title shot, but he has not forgotten about Bobby Roode. He says it's just personal between them. He addresses the aces and eights and says that he is the asterisk kettlebells and doesn't need to jump anybody from behind. He wishes Hogan to get well soon. Storm calls out who he calls the greatest wrestler to ever step in a ring, Kurt Angle. Angle's music hits, but he doesn't show. His music hits again, and there is still no Angle. The crowd chants for Angle, and Storm instructs a cameraman to go get him. The camera shows Angle getting stomped by aces and eights. Backstage, TNA and Taz recap what just happened. Samoa Joe enters the Impact Zone. He calls the Pope out. Bound for Glory series. Samoa Joe versus The Pope only is 7 points in the series. Joe takes it right to Pope in the corner with strikes. Pope reverses it, but Joe regains its fence and hits a kick to the head. Pope hits a right hand that takes Joe down. Joe is on the losing end of a scuffle and ends up on the outside. Pope follows him out and kicks him in the face again. Back in the ring, Pope drops knees to the gut. Joe keeps favoring his jaw. Pope hits a clothesline 4-2. Pope gets another 2 and is relentless with his attempts. Pope drops elbows and fists like an MMA fighter. Joe catches him in an arm bar and wins. Winner of 10 points by submission. A Joe Bobby Roode comment on aces and eights from earlier in the day. He is not a part of it and has more important things to worry about. He is going to prove Harry's win was a fluke. Jeff Hardy comes out to call someone out. Hardy is in the ring and he welcomes us to open fight night. Robbie Edoff's music hits and he comes out with Robbie T. He says everybody is ducking him, so he's calling Hardy out. Broke the FG series. Jeff Hardy versus Robbie. Robbie blindsides Hardy, but Hardy quickly recovers. Hardy hits a spine buster and a drop kick 4-2. Hardy hits boots out of the corner. Robbie interferes out of the camera view on the outside. Robbie takes advantage. Hardy comes back with clotheslines and a splash off the top. 4-2. Robbie goes out to regroup and Hardy slingshots over the top onto him. Hardy mixes it up with Robbie T and gets counted out. Winner of 5 points by count out. Robbie S.A.M. Shaw gets ready for gut check. ODB and Eric Young have a phone conversation next to each other. Eric has been on a month-long beer run and recounts his adventures. Vegas and he leaves to get the beer and fried chicken. AJ Claire Daniels recap Daniels and Kazarian comment in the back on the situation. They say hopefully Claire will have conclusive proof. Gut check contestant Sam Shaw is introduced by Boris. Shaw cuts the promo and is attacked from behind by aces and eights. Tag and some trainers, including the rest of the gut check judges, check on Shaw in the ring. He is shaken, but okay, as he is slowly helped to the back. Mr. Anderson makes his way to the ring. He is 16 points. He calls out a friend and a brother. AJ BFG series. Mr. Anderson versus AJ Styles. They slap hands and lock up. They go back and forth. Anderson hits the hip toss into an arm bar. AJ transitions with a leg scissors, which is countered into a headlock by Anderson. They continue to one-up each other. AJ shoulder blocks Anderson out of the ring. AJ leaps off the apron and hits the splash in the ring for 2. Anderson hits the side slam for 2. Anderson is in control with the headlock. AJ gets out and hits a nice drop kick. Anderson is laid out but kicks out at 2. AJ hits the bottom and a flying knee for another near fall. Anderson hits the swinging neck breaker, but AJ fights the cover attempt. Anderson goes back to a modified headlock. AJ rolls out, but Anderson replies. AJ crams Anderson into the corner to escape. AJ hits the slightly botched Hurricane Rana. AJ hits the spin kick in the corner and springboards with a splash 4-2. AJ goes for his finisher, but Anderson fights it. Anderson hits a sentence slam and gets 2. Anderson sets up for a mic check, but AJ drills him in the back of the head with a kick. AJ goes up top and is met by Anderson. Anderson hits an impressive superplex. Both men get near fall. Anderson fights off. The styles clash and rolls on top for the pin. Winner of 7 points by pin. Mr. Anderson offers his hand and they shake. Anderson leaves as AJ looks upset in the ring. Claire comes out and screams at AJ to come talk to her. She has been calling him all week. Claire is crazy. She recounts their night together, but AJ doesn't remember. Claire shows large pictures of them in bed together, but AJ is passed out in all of them. Claire says it went on all night. RECAT of what just happened with crazy woman. AJ looks through the pit backstage and looks disturbed as he ponders them. DOICE Bellator Sean Wheelock has joined commentary. He says he is a hardcore wrestling fan. Barbe, he makes his entrance. He says he feels like fighting and calls out the fallen scumbag. Daniel comes out with his athlete deny the FG series. Barbe versus Daniel Arbe catches Daniel's leg and hangs him upside down in the corner and kicks him in the face. Daniels recovers but RV hits the suplex into a bridge 4-2. Barbe, he applies an abdominal stretch and drops on his back for a submission, but Daniel reaches the ropes and goes to the outside. Barbe, he gives chase and Daniel slams him into the apron and goes to work. Back in the ring, Daniel slingshots in and drops the now, both 4-2. Daniel hits the neck breaker 4-2. He drops the knee and goes to the crowd. Barbe, he hits him with a kick from his back, but Daniel won't let up. Barbe, he gets up and they trade punches. Barbe, he does a left scissors takedown into a pin, but Daniel kicks out. Barbe, he connects with a kick and rolls in the corner for a monkey flip. Barbe, he misses with the frog splash but lands on his feet. He also misses with the rolling under, and Daniel puts his feet on the ropes for the pin. Winner for 7 points by pin. Daniel W-H-E-E-L-O-C-K Lee's commentary. Harry comments on Luke comments. He says he looked up Luke and he saw a picture of Rude. He says if Rude wants to call him out, he's right here. He says his title trumps Rude's dress belt. His cape trumps Rude's robe. Carries fine faces and A's playing cards at his feet and says he trumps that too. Brooke Hogan calls in and gives an update on her dad. She says he is bad shape and she doesn't want to talk about it. Why did she call him fan? R-E-C-A-P of Joseph Park snapping last week. Park asked Gareth backstage if he is thought about legal representation with him being a bishop and all. Gareth asks who that guy was last week. Park says that was me. Bully and magnify off backstage as they are the only two left. Bully tells him to go to the ring. The FG Series. Bully Ray versus Magnus. Bully attacks Magnus from behind as he makes his entrance. Magnus fights back and takes it to Bully by the guardrail and drives him into the steel steps. The bell rings as they enter the ring. Magnus hits a clothesline and whips him in, but Bully connects with a big boot. Bully goes to work in the corner. Bully drops a big elbow, but Magnus kicks out. Bully continues to keep Magnus down. He body slams him but misses with the jumping headbutt. They trade shots on their feet, and Magnus hits a side suplex for 2. Bully hits the powerful clothesline. Magnus knocks him down and applies the Texas Cloverleaf, but Bully reaches the ropes. Bully walks into a body slam for 2. Magnus goes up top and misses. Bully hits an RKO from out of nowhere and gets the pin. Winner of 7 points by pin. Bully Ray. Bully favors his leg in the ring. The FG leaderboard. Bully Ray is on the board with 7 points. CHAB Oak, where Arrow can get debuts next week. Bobby Roode comes out and stops on the stage. He says one will fluke. He calls Gary's out. Roode is in the ring with a mic. He says he isn't waiting any longer. He tells Gary to get his aide asterisk out here. Bobby Roode versus Austin Gary. Gary springs in the ring and is charged by Roode. They trade shots. Gary hits the gorgeous arm drag and tries to get the last chance Uriah slide. Roode goes for a crossface, but Harris fights it. Gary hits a shoulder block from the apron and springs into the ring with a sentence splash on Rude, followed by the diving elbow for 2. Gary drop kicks Rude out of the ring and slides off the apron with an axe handle. Gary goes up top, but Rude knocks him off. Rude is in control in the ring. They trade shots, and Rude drops him across his knees for 2. Rude whips him in twice, but Harris gets his boots up. Rude responds with a spine buster for 2. Rude continues his domination. Rude hits the textbook suplex and drops the knee on his face for 2. The crowd chants for Austin Gary. Gary fights out of a headlock, but Rude won't give way. They trade chops in the middle of the ring, and Rude counters a tornado punch and tries an arm bar, but Harry counters with the Russian leg sweep and transitions into a last chancery, but Rude breaks the eyes. Rude hits the spear for 2. Rude puts Harry's up top and tries a superplex, but Harry hits some knees while upside down, strings Rude's bell, and hits the missile drop kick. Harry follows up with a running drop kick and goes for a brain buster, but Rude counters into a crossface. Harry reverses his momentum for a pin attempt. Harry hits the disco forearm and clothesline Rude out. Harry flies through the ropes like a missile and connects with Rude. Bases and aides come down and attack Harry. They bring him in the ring and stomp Harry as Rude smiles in the corner. The men shift their attention to Rude. Rude nods at them and applauds them. The masked stare at him as Rude offers his hand. They attack Rude as well. Bases and aides continue to decimate Harry's and Rude